Langsung ngomong gitu. Gue rekam sih.
Hmm.
Ya, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ya, mulai.
Hmm.
Ya, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Iqbal. Today I want to submit my term exam. Okay, let's go. Kok ngono anjing?
Oh, sih. Baleni jauh.
Dua, dua, tiga. Hello everyone, my name is Iqbal. In this video, I will demonstrate my operating system midterm exam using Linux terminal. I will listen step by step from case 1 until case 4. Hmm, Case 1, I create a structured directory for admin work. First, I create several folders such as document, log, and archive. Used to organize files based on their function, so the structure becomes clean and easy to manage. Then I create some files like config.txt, not.txt, and app.log. I edit each file and add content. The file config files content system configuration. The node file contains general information, and the log file contains system activity including info, warn, and error message. Then next, I want to set file permission. The config file is restricted, so only the owner can modify it, while others have limited or no access. The document directory is also secured, so not everyone can open it. Then I get a symbolic thing. This acts like a shortcut to config file, making it easier to access without navigating to the original location. After that, I create a compressed archive. This is useful for a backup purpose, so all files can be stored safely in one file. I check the content of the archive without extracting it. This ensures the backup was created correctly. Okay, next for case 2, share team folders and access security. In case 2, I focus on file security and access control. First, I get a directory structure that separates configuration like files, log, and backups. Then I get configuration files and log files. Then files represent system setting and record the system activates. Uh, yeah. I want to fill app configuration with that. For dpconfig. After dpconfig done, I want to fill server log like server start, listening on port, client connect, and request process. When it's done, I want to fill error log. Next, I set permission for each file and directory. Some files are reset the owner only, while others allow limited access. Because if not, use that. This important to protect sensitive data. Next, if this done, then I want to display file and directory permissions. This help to understand the difference between file access and directory access. Okay. Next, I also write a short explanation about permissions. After that, I want to create a symbolic link to configuring file. Easier to access important files quickly. Next, access for files based on their extension. Because this is useful for managing large numbers of files. And then I want to save the search results into a file with a using find. Then I want to save the search result into a file. This acts as a proof and documentation. Okay, next. Finally, I backup configuration files and compress them into an archive. This ensures the data is safely stored and easy to transfer. Okay, next for case 3, for background process diagnosis. In case 3, I want to demonstrate process management in Linux. The first one, I run a process that delays execution for a certain time. Okay. Then I stop the process using a keyboard signal using Ctrl Z. This shows how process can be paused. And after that, I display active jobs. This helps to monitor process running in the background for stop. Next, I continue to the process in the background. Process to run without blocking the terminal. And then I want to check process information. Okay. useful to monitor system activity. After that, I bring the process back to the foreground. This allows me to interact with it directly again. Finally, I terminate the process properly because this ensures the process is closed set safely. We after it's done. For summary, I also create a summary file explaining signals and priorities. This includes the difference between graceful termination and process termination, as well as how process priority works. And for graceful, I set up a best working for environment. First, I get several directories for logs, backup, namespace, and sample files. Back to back, this helps organize the working environment. And then I get several files, including files with forecast for interactive based toolkit and secure archive. For a scenario, you are setting up bash work environment for a junior administration in Ubuntu server. The work environment should be easy to navigate, help audit of executed commands, be secure when handling pattern files and files with complex names, and leave proofs of work that can be checked. Okay, in step 1, I get a directory structure that consists of logs, backup, namespace, and separate folders, because this structure helps organize files based on their function and makes navigation easier. For number 2, example files. In step 2, I created several example files. Some files have normal names while others include space and special characters. This is so important to simulate real-world file handling. Next, for bash configuration, in number 3, in step 3, I backup the bash configuration file to prevent data loss. Then I add an environment variable to store a directory path, and I also create alias to simplify frequently used commands. For number 4, no logout configuration improved. In step 4, I applied the configuration and verified this on the code. I check the environment variable is active and the alias are working properly, and ensure the configuration is successfully for applied. And in step 5, I create a local variable and compare in with an environment variable. For the local variable only exists in the current shell, while the environment variable can be accessed globally even in subset. And number 6 is this for a diagnosis system. I run several system diagnostics command. This include checking disk usage, memory usage, system uptime, and the current user, because this help monitor system performance. Number 7, this for summary save. In step 7, I save the result of the diagnostic comment into a file. This provide documentation and proof of system status. And next, for number 8, this wildcard usage. In step 8, I use wildcard pattern to preview log files. This helps ensure that only the correct files are selected before performing any action. After that, the files can be moved and archived safely. And next, for a step 9, uh, this this state is the function is handling complex and file names. I handle files with space and special character in their names. I use quoting or escaping to ensure the command work correctly because it prevents errors when accessing such files. And for number 10, save the last 50 comments from history to the file. Uh, in step 10, accept the last executed comment into a file. This is useful for auditing and tracking user activity. And next, for number 11, I write a short reflection because I want to explain why wildcard preview is important to avoid mistakes and why quoting is necessary for file names with space or special character. And for case 4, that concludes the explanation for case 4. Okay, thank you for my midterm exam. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.